1800 hours Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Daman Zaman. The headlines. A video conference of leaders of the South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation is underway, discussing a joint strategy for curbing the spread of coronavirus. Pakistan has adopted tightened security measures and sealed borders of the country to prevent further spread of pandemic coronavirus. The Special Assistant on Information says the Prime Minister is personally supervising the steps being taken to overcome coronavirus in the country. In occupied Kashmir, the Indian troops in their fresh acts of state terrorism martyred 4 more Kashmiri youths in Islamabad, Anantnag district today. In Syria, Russia and Turkey cut short their first joint patrol today along the highway linking eastern and western parts of the country. In the 29th match of the Pakistan Super League, Lahore Qalandars beat Multan Sultans by 9 wickets at Lahore today. And now the news in detail. A video conference of leaders of the South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation is underway to chalk out a joint strategy for curbing the spread of coronavirus in the region. The Special Assistant to the Prime Minister on Health, Dr. Zafar Mirza, is representing Pakistan in the conference. The Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi, the Afghan President Ashraf Ghani, Bangladesh Prime Minister Hasina Wajid, President of Maldives Ibrahim Mohammed Swaleh, and other South Asian leaders are participating in the conference. The government has adopted tightened security measures and sealed borders of the country to prevent further spread of pandemic coronavirus. This was stated by the Special Assistant to the Prime Minister on Health, Dr. Zafar Mirza, while talking to Pakistan television today. He said masses should not panic and feel scared of coronavirus, instead adopt the safety measures to combat it. He ensured that federal government has kicked off different special programs to speed up awareness campaign against the disease. Dr. Zafar Mirza said people must adopt hygiene and cleanliness. The best way to stay safe from coronavirus is to prevent it by following the instructions given by the Public Health Department. The Special Assistant to the Prime Minister on Information and Broadcasting, Dr. Firdaus Ashik Awan, says Prime Minister Imran Khan is personally supervising the steps taken to overcome coronavirus in the country. In a series of tweets today, she said the government has taken these measures to cope with the international challenge of corona in the interest and protection of our people. She said these measures are also being acknowledged by the World Health Organization as endorsed by its country representative. Dr. Firdaus Ashik Awan expressed the optimism that the virus will be defeated with national harmony and solidarity. She said it is a difficult time, but the nation will come out of it successfully. She urged the people to follow the precautionary measures as adopted by the nations that are economically developed and medically advanced. The Minister for Defense, Parvez Khattak, says it is the collective responsibility of the government, the opposition and public for preventing the spread of coronavirus. In his address at a rally in Nowshera, he said the government has imposed health emergency in the country. He urged the people to follow the government's advisory to deal with the spread of coronavirus. The minister said Pakistan is moving towards prosperity and development, while Prime Minister Imran Khan is taking serious steps to provide relief to the masses. The Minister for Aviation, Ghulam Sarwar Khan, visited the Islamabad International Airport to review the measures taken to manage the extra load of flights due to operations being limited to Lahore, Karachi and Islamabad airports. He was also briefed about the precautionary measures taken by the Civil Aviation Authority after the rise in the number of coronavirus cases in Pakistan. The minister checked whether passengers from international flights have filled their health declaration forms and inspected the education desk and isolation rooms set up at the airport. Renowned Islamic scholar Mufti Taqi Usmani says all precautionary measures taken by the government against coronavirus are in line with the Islamic laws, and it is an Islamic duty to follow the precautionary methods against the pandemic. In a statement, he said, our Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, also advised us to take preventive measures against pandemic. Mufti Taqi Usmani advised the people to avoid shaking hands and said prayers should not be skipped, but they can be shortened. He said the people should offer the Sunnah prayers at home and also perform wuzu from home before going to the mosques. The Ministry of Religious Affairs and Interfaith Harmony has established 3 front desk facilitation counters at the Jeddah airport to help the Pakistani Umrah pilgrims. In a statement, the spokesman of the ministry said the ministry's Jeddah office staff has been deployed at the Jeddah airport to ensure round-the-clock coordination with the Saudi authorities for the smooth return of Umrah pilgrims. This is Radio Pakistan. The Gulf Cooperation Council at a meeting have discussed measures to limit the outbreak of coronavirus in the member countries. The GCC Ministers of Health, via video communication, praised the cooperation of citizens and the official civil bodies in these circumstances. They also urged the citizens to apply infection control standards and avoid going to gatherings as much as possible. In Central Asian Republic of Uzbekistan, the first citizen has been tested positive for coronavirus, while Kazakhstan has declared a state of emergency. The Uzbek government has also announced to shut down the schools, colleges, and universities for 3 weeks from tomorrow. In Kazakhstan, President Kassym-Jomart Tokayev declaring a state of emergency today restricted entry to and departure from the country for everyone except diplomats and those invited by the government. In Kazakhstan, 8 coronavirus cases have been reported so far. In occupied Kashmir, the Indian troops in their fresh acts of state terrorism martyred 4 Kashmiri youths in Islamabad and Anantnag district today. According to Kashmir Media Service, the youths were killed by the troops during a cordon search operation in Watrigam area of the district. The troops sealed all the entry and exit points in Watrigam, Achabal, and Islamabad and Anantnag areas and launched massive door-to-door search operations. Meanwhile, a Tada court in Jammu has framed charges against the chairman Jammu and Kashmir Liberation Front, Muhammad Yasin Malik, and other freedom leaders in a fake case registered against them around 30 years ago. A Tada court judge, Subhash C. Gupta, framed the charges without providing them with proper opportunity to defend themselves. Experts on democracy and law from across the world have sought intervention of the International Court of Justice on Kashmir issue. They were speaking at a panel discussion by the International Human Rights Association of American Minorities in Geneva. The experts stressed for delivering justice to the people of occupied Kashmir. They also endorsed the reports of the United Nations High Commissioner for Human Rights regarding the situation in occupied Kashmir. Russia and Turkey cut short their first joint patrol along the highway linking Syria's east and west today after allegations against rebels for provocations. The patrol was the result of a recent agreement between Moscow and Ankara on a ceasefire in Idlib province. The Russian Defense Ministry said today that the rebels are trying to use civilians as human shields. And now cricket. In the 29th match of the Pakistan Super League at Lahore, Lahore Qalandars beat Multan Sultans by 9 wickets today. Batting first, Multan Sultans scored 186 runs for the loss of 6 wickets in the allotted 20 overs. Lahore Qalandars scored 191 runs for the loss of 1 wicket with 7 balls remaining. The 30th match of the event and the second match of the day will be played between Karachi Kings and Quetta Gladiators at Karachi. The match will start at 1900 hours Pakistan Standard Time. And finally, the weather. Mainly dry weather is expected in most parts of the country during the next 24 hours. And that is the end of this news bulletin. For more news and analyses, log on to our website, radio.gov.pk, and you can also watch the live video streaming of our bulletins on the link, facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.